Good morning, it's Wednesday, and Sensei says, undo your seatbelts, unbuckle that top button. We've got a 25-day grand square ahead. From my cell phone to yours, keep streaming for your Wednesday Namaste Today. Welcome to Namaste Today, the Metro spiritual way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, stepº4. Namaste, my friend. It is now hump day, and Sensei says, untie your shoes, undo that top belt, go ahead and sit down for a while. We've got a 25-day grand square starting today. That means you ain't going nowhere, either am I. We've got a lot of inner work to do. But before we talk about that, let's take a look at the zodiac weather. Looking at the 5-day moodcast, today and tomorrow are the ickiest of the week. And I do like that word, icky. We probably won't feel too good. We're very introverted. Sun does come out on Friday. And if you want to do something fun, Friday night is probably your best destination. But let's get down to today. Today we are feeling cloudy and introverted again today. And the Great Human Walk is once again at step 4 Gemini. Because of the summer months, we get actually 2 days per step. It sometimes starts to stretch. So thanks, Goddess, for the step 4. That means that the number of the day is number 4 also, the ruling number. And that means the ruling planet is once again Uranus. So it is breakdown, breakthrough, or perhaps more breakdown. Now, our emotional tone has improved from yesterday's criticism. Today, I think we're emotionally focused on the future, and we're kind of emotionally playing out options. And our mental focus, our mental tone, is once again on what we love and where we belong. Step 14, direct. But at least it is direct. So looking at the Lightwalker news flash, a grand square means a grand stop. And that's what life will do. It's going to be a grand stop. It's kind of that summer feeling where nothing moves. Well, I'm afraid to report that's the way it's going to be for the next 3 weeks at least. Okay, we will be struggling basically to alleviate tension inside of ourselves, and this comes from two planets opposing each other. They call it a grand cross or a grand square. I prefer grand square because it's stop. It's a stop sign. It is a total stop sign. Okay, now it ends June 15th, so it's nearly 20 days long, and what it comes down to is our heart, the decisions we make, where we want to grow, and what dies. Those 4 things keep playing out. What our heart wants, what our decisions are, what we want to grow, and what's going to die. That's what has to be worked out. And what the universe does is just pretty much puts a stop on everything with this. And what it feels like is just that you just really don't know what's going to happen. Now, Mars is retrograde on top of this, so we're rebuilding an ego. And I think part of this whole God's big plan, if you want to go there, is that we're building a new ego, and so to not allow the old ego to come back, like it gets strangled to death literally by not being able to move at all. And what it forces us to do is inside, it's inner work. Now this is an excellent time it's going to put out there for a reading. This is an excellent time for counseling, excellent time for reading books, absorbing information, learning. This is the time. Life will not have answers, I don't think, until July 1st. I've been saying that this whole time, but now we're really stopped down. It's now time to go inward and find your answers. And of course, I'll be helping you each day along the way because I think each day in the stop, we are processing. Now today is the step 4 day again. We're continuing a breakdown of what yesterday was, but today we're trying to get to the breakthrough. So you could be anywhere along the path. You could be working on it lots of different places. But before you run off, let me, without further ado, take 3 breaths and bring a megascope for you. Well, interesting. So, just to share with you, I've gotten to a point where I really can hear spirit right away when I go in, and it's not always planets anymore. And today, spirit wants you to know this isn't a grand stop of what Christopher just said. This isn't. They're basically were like, Chris, you just spun this as the hardest, worst thing, and they just said this is paradise. This is paradise, and what Spirit's saying is it's time. It's supposed to be paradise. Life on Earth was supposed to be paradise. That's always been the plan. Okay, the fact that you can't get something done, and you can't conquer a world and you can't do all these things. This is all literally where man is young, where man lets these things go too far. And thank God she pulls us back every now and then and has us relook at this. What's the plan? Well, the plan is paradise. The plan is to create a utopia here on earth. Everyone born knows that's the plan. You know that's the plan. Now they're telling us it can't be done. Well, that's not true. Guess what? The person the entity that created this whole world says differently. It's coming. And this is the beginning of our joy. This is actually, it may not seem so clear. It may be in disguise. But even the people getting mad with Trump, the Bernie Sanders dreamers, the Hillary Clinton determined to get the female agenda won, which is a very big, great light walker thing. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of positive light walker stuff going on right now, but we're all like in this grand square, just like not sure who needs to be quiet. Now, this is a square dance, and the square dance starts inside of you, and today starts the square dance. The square dance is we want joy every day, okay? And if our joy cannot be held up by something outside of us, it cannot be held up by an outcome to a relationship, it cannot be held up by whether or not you get a job, whether or not you find the place you want, whether or not you get that perfect car. Our joy has to be happening now. And this dead stop is an opportunity and a blessing from Spirit, is what they showed me, to create a utopia before the energy gets turned on again, to create an inner utopia and a happiness. Now, they also showed me they want me to write my book during this time. I was like, oh, okay, so just to give you an idea of how much stuff, they're like, yep, time to write your book. You're not going to be able to do anything else anyways. Like, oh, okay. And this is all my 3 breaths, by the way. It happens really fast. It's pretty amazing. So today is a day of, you're going to feel sharp, you're going to feel critical, you're going to feel, that's Uranus, okay? And you literally want to tell people to stick it up to Uranus. You know what I mean? Like on Uranus Day, it's so funny how it all collectively does work out. And, you're going to be tempted to judge yourself. You're wasting your time. Amateurs judge themselves. That's what I'm learning. Amateurs judge themselves other than critiquing how you can be better to yourself, right? So let's not be amateur. And let's take that critical energy that wants to judge and let's start throwing it out for practical solutions. Let's feel through practical solutions. And it's going to take a square dance inside of you to pull this all together in the next 3 weeks. Part of you's got to move here, and this got to move, and then that allows you to move this out, and then you finally will be able to get over your husband, and then it's like we're digging up stuff. It's all coming up, and you just got to be able to dance and move any direction, and so and follow that energy inside of you. So really, just get to it. Use your critical mind to think about like that little chess game. You know that little game where you used to move a letter around It's kind of like that. So that's what I'm being shown right now. So. Use your criticism to plan the future. Use your criticism for the cool square dance. But don't use it to judge you. You're just wasting your time. So I want to give you 3 takeaways today. Takeaway 1. Shield your feelings from self-judgment. There it is. It's right there. So shield your feelings is a great way to talk about it. Just like we're just going to shield. Don't have to put it up. Just put up a little umbrella there. Takeaway number 2. Receive love for yourself. Receive love today for yourself, okay? Receiving love is, I love the way I did there. I love the way I look in that outfit. I love the way I talk to her. I love the way Bella gave me a kiss. All the things that you love, receive your love for yourself today. Make a point to do it. Takeaway number 3, ask your heart the important questions when you're receiving love. So it's like, gosh, should we do this? Should we go to New Mexico to look for aliens? Ask yourself the important questions at that time. All right. So today, for my serious joiners, today I'm going to give you a tip on how to survive a grand square. Tips and tricks to surviving a grand square. This old dog has learned some tricks that he will share with you. And at your 3 o'clock eye candy, part 3 of getting to know your smartass. Hope you're enjoying that little series, getting to know your mind. For everyone else, hey, you can join Serious Joy at any time for $1.99, and you will be on our little bandwagon of light. And for those who have not gone to reading with me this week, leading up through the end of the holiday weekend, I'm offering $50 off a 1-hour reading and $25 off a half-hour reading. So if your heart wants it, give yourself what it wants. All right, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Please remember while you're out there that I do love you, and live, love, be. Can't find love? That day is over. With just 8 numbers, we can reveal all your secrets to sex and love. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com.